What's happening? I'm trapped in a storm? How did I get here? And where is here? Wait, there's the light.
Hello, welcome to 5 Gaming Gents with me, Will, and today I'll be going through my thoughts on Life is Strange. I'll have to admit, I did not go into Life is Strange expecting too much. I saw it was on sale on the Steam page and thought to myself, why the hell not? It seems to have overwhelmingly positive reviews, why don't give it a bash? What I got was one of the biggest surprises in gaming I've had in a long time. It's not usual for me to be truly captured by a video game. I can only really think of 2 games before I played Dontnod's episodic adventure which really stuck with me after the end credits rolled. Life is Strange's greatest achievement is that its narrative really struck a chord with me, as it has done with so many other players. At its core, the story is one of the loss of innocence, the conflict between choice and destiny, and discovering one's true self. This may, on the outset, seem cheesy and, for lack of a better word, pretentious. Christ, I hate using that term. But Dontnod takes their themes vehemently seriously. The game doesn't have this feel of, say, Saved by the Bell or other god-awful, shamelessly pandering teenage or young adult stories. There are no self-perpetuating cliques or cardboard cutouts of characters. These feel like real teenagers going through real struggles, and many will be able to identify themselves with the cast.
Kids around here. I bet your respectable family would help me out if I went to them. Man, I can see the headlines now.
Leave them out of this bitch!
I can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing? Come on, put that thing down!
Don't ever tell me what to do! I'm so sick of people trying to control me!
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this.
None more so than Max Caulfield, the game's protagonist, and the person through whose eyes we see the world of Arcadia Bay. Max is an introverted, non-conformist, social outcast with a passion for photography which he isn't confident enough to share with others.
A gift. Fuck it.
Yet she isn't the cliched, doe-eyed, lifeless female protagonist who cannot do anything by herself. At her disposal was great intelligence, sharp wit, and a handy discovery that she can stop, rewind, and control time.
Would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
No! Whoa. What the fuck? How can that be?
Not only does this make for a nifty game mechanic where, let's say, after a bad conversation with a character, or after making a choice that you later regret, you can rewind and change your actions, but it's also central to Max's development as a character. With her power, and after being reunited with her childhood best friend Chloe, Max grows in confidence and out of her insecurities. Together, the two set about trying to discover what happened to Rachel Amber, a high school student who has been missing for 6 months. This is the driving force of the game's narrative. As the mystery develops, it gets quite dark and disturbed as the truth emerges about Rachel's disappearance. However, the true story relies on Max and Chloe's relationship, 2 friends who have not seen each other since the age of 13, now on the cusp of adulthood, and who have been completely divergent lives since they separated. Their relationship was crucial for Dontnod to get right, and they absolutely nailed it. There is real chemistry between the voice actors, and their friendship seems natural and organic. Through this narrative focus, Dontnod successfully discusses the topics of fate, parenthood, and the difficulties of transitioning from child to adult, taking on responsibilities, and finding a purpose in life. What's more, it is one of the best examples of romantic relationships in video games. Theirs is not the BioWare-styled, you've talked to me for a set 5 times now I love you system, but a natural and subtle development. It is an unspoken bond which they share, which grows, if the player allows, into something more. There's no need to physically show or blatantly say their feelings to one another, because Max, Chloe, and therefore the player, already know about how their relationship has evolved. If only other writers could portray such a natural bond in their work, rather than fuel the teenage hormones of young gamers, then there wouldn't be such a stigma around video games and, I don't know, femininity and how they portray relationships. Furthermore, the ending to Max and Chloe's story, which had a significant amount of people angry over how it actually ended, is to me completely fitting. For a game whose core theme is chaos theory, and which constantly delves into the conflict between destiny and free will, the ending choice of their relationship felt completely fitting. It also felt the game was always working towards said choice, with hints throughout all 5 episodes pointing towards this conclusion. Overall, Life is Strange's narrative, with its intriguing mystery, human characters and organic relationships, is more than enough to merit a purchase, but without wanting to spoil anything, I shall move on to gameplay. Like nearly every other point-and-click title, the gameplay is simplistic, using WASD to move and the mouse to interact or select objects. There are quite a few puzzles in the game, at least one large-scale puzzle per episode, though in fairness the gameplay isn't revolutionary. There was a running challenge throughout to photograph as many optional photos as possible. Some are quite easy to get, though others are quite challenging, so if you're a completionist, there's more than enough to keep you going. Most of the core gameplay revolves around choice and consequence, like in nearly every narrative-focused game, but in Life is Strange your choices seem to have a real impact on the world, with physical changes happening around you. Each episode is roughly 3 hours long depending on your playstyle, but I'd advise you to take your time and enjoy the world of Arcadia Bay, if just to listen to the great indie rock soundtrack, which I'm currently addicted to. The game's hand-drawn artwork is good, though I have to say it's not the best looking game, and sometimes the lip syncing isn't very good. But is this enough to tamper my opinion of the game? In short, no. Life is Strange is a narrative-focused adventure, of which its narrative and adventure is exceptional. So to conclude, Life is Strange is a fantastic narrative-focused adventure, which is well worth the purchase price. It's an experience which is most likely to stick with you well after you finish the game. If I was going to give it a rating, which I don't like to do normally, I'd probably give it a 9.5 out of 10. It is almost perfect. There's been very few games that have had the same effect on me. It's stuck with me. I think I finished it 2 weeks ago. I've already replayed it. There's very few games which I have the inkling to replay more than twice. I might do it 3 times actually. I was planning to do a Fallout 4 review, which is currently in the works, but I just felt compelled to do this one. It's probably the best game of 2015 I played, but I expect Fallout 4 review to be coming out soon, which, just to give you a hint, is nowhere near as glowing positive. But anyway, look out for that in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. There should be more gameplays and let's plays and game reviews in the future, so stick around, enjoy yourself, and thanks for watching again. I've been Will. See ya.